Hello and thanks for joining me for some more of The Last Caretaker, and we are picking up where we left off in the last episode. So we've looted everything here and we've built a bunch of crap on our ship, got ourselves all ready, and we are ready to finally head out on our maiden voyage. So I'm going to turn the diesel off. And out we go. Once we've got it going, we can exit out of there. Now, in between the episodes, I did start making a bunch of ammo and the pistol, the bolt pistol. We encounter some sharks. We'll try and take a couple down.
This vessel is more than just machinery. It's your refuge, your home now. Sail forth, caretaker. Reclaim the waters humanity once commanded. The path is uncertain. Restoring navigational relays will illuminate our way. Beacon 49, eastward, should be your first step.
Okay, so it wants us to go over that way to a beacon that's over there. But we're going to come across this little habitat that's kind of on the way. It's about halfway across. We're going to drop in there first. But if I see any sharks along the way that are not too far out of the way, then we might stop and try and nab one. I see a great deal happening now. There's one of those. Alright, let's back up a bit here. Is that a shark over there too? Might be. Alright. I'm going to chuck her in reverse and head back to that capsule over there. They often contain some decent stuff. And I think there might be a shark hanging around here somewhere too. Or it could just be a bunch of furniture floating around. Reverse is pretty slow. Be faster with the diesel, but until I fill up a bit more diesel, I'm not going to use it. Not seeing any shark though. Alright, then I'm just going to hit spacebar to drop the anchor. Let's have a look. Don't see a shark. So we're going to climb up here and grab the stuff out of there. Now this thing will sink once you've looted it. I'm not going to bother with this furniture, but we'll see if there's any loose bits floating around. Grab some of this stuff. It's out here. Get it? There we go. I don't know where the sharks are at. Alright, let's go fire the engines back up. And we'll shove all that stuff in there. We'll turn this on now, and I've got a great deal of stuff to shove in there. To keep my aluminum in there. We'll build some storage here later once we've unlocked the big ones. Now I'm just going to dump this shit on the ground.
You'll need to master basic crafting skills and generate your own resources to survive. Begin by fabricating a Lumalite solar panel.
Okay, so it wants us to build one of the smaller solar panels. And I've already got parts ready for that. We're just going to shove that up here. Maybe we'll dismantle it later, but for the time being. Hold still long enough. We'll get that built.
Good job. You've successfully learned to craft and produce resources.
Hook that up there. Alright, that'll do. Let's hop upstairs and take a look. Still don't know where all the sharks are at. Wait, is that one back there? No. Let's check our net, that's full. So we'll pull that up. Grab all of that, drop it back down. Shove all that crap in there. I'm gonna collect some of this stuff. Keep silicon in here so it's easy to find because we don't get that much of it. And the rest can go down here. We've got some points to spend as well. Let's get back up to the bridge. We overshot the mark. Let's turn around. I don't know why I'm not encountering any sharks. Didn't see any back at the sanctuary either. Well, looks like there's one out there. Cruise up alongside here. And we're probably going to get a bunch of blobs jump onto the ship once we get close enough here. Is this the side I want to be on though? Want to be around the side. Yep. Come on. The reverse is a bit slow. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, there's no moorings on this platform. And here come the blobs. Let's drop the anchor. Yeah, while we're shooting stuff on our ship, we're actually we are doing damage to the ship. Alright, let's take a look upstairs. Got some under the stairs here. Tricky bugger. top up our pistol here because I forgot to connect it up to our pack. Okay. Another blob coming. Range to get these guys. Oops. It's too high up. Grab loose stuff. Okay. Pick up any stuff that's loose, but we'll come back for the dismantling later on. Make sure we've taken care of all these rogue jellies first. Spicy one. Alright, let's open this up. Let some light in here. And beautiful weather. Some more. Yeah. Okay, let's open that up. So if we grab it and then throw, it'll open it out wide. So go down one more level, I think. Maybe. Some stairs here somewhere. A ladder. Okay, there's one going up. One leading down somewhere. Alright, might be in the other section. On the other side. Over there. Let's grab this stuff. And we are encumbered. Whack all that stuff in there. Pop all our memories in here. And I'm never going to use grenades. Losing a few frames there. Let's put silicon, aluminum. Chuck it in there. Drop this stuff. I suppose we should spend our points. So we need a couple more levels to get the biggest storage. 10 points. I'm going to go 2 in there. Put 2 in there. We're going to need pressure later on. Alright. Pop up around here. Plug into the healing. Let's plug that in as well. Chuck that in there for the time being. And we're going to dump that there. Dump that. Actually, that can go straight into our diesel tanks. Okay, got a bunch of these leeches. I'm taking out for the experience and all the biomatter. It's going to help fill up our fuel. Alright. Let's see if there's any on this side. Not seeing any there. Let's grab all this shit. Okay. Now I do want to stockpile just a little bit of this stuff. Grab one stack of 50 in there. One stack of 50 of that in there. The rest of that can go in here. Let's put that in there. All right. That go in there. Let's top up our pack again. Still don't see any sharks. All right, let's get back to looting this station over here. Yeah. Okay, so we have done down here. All right, let's go up the rooftop. Teddy bear. And this tire here. So toss that down onto the boat. Would be happy if the boat was a bit closer to the dock. Let's just toss it down there for now. Just see if I can get the boat a bit closer. no matter what I do, it just seems to get me further and further away. Let's get some diesel power going. That's yeah, it's still not perfect. Alright, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. Stuff around for too long. Trying to do that. Let's grab this. Shove that down there. Shove that over there. Be careful I don't toss it in the water. So if we shove this all on the boat, then we'll be able to plug in. I will dismantle this guy though, because I don't want to drop him in the water. But we'll be able to plug into our power on the boat and dismantle all this stuff a lot easier down there. To spin it around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can damage this stuff as well, like when we throw it. So I'm not sure if that affects how much stuff we actually get from it when we do dismantle it. Whole noodle. That. So I'm pretty sure we've cleared all the blobs from here. Yeah, it's just a case of collecting up all the crap. So what I'll do, I don't think there's much more exciting around here. It's just collecting up a bunch of crap. So I'll do that off camera and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so picked up everything that I could find over there. just gonna hop over here and dismantle these while I'm plugged in. I don't have quite enough hydraulics to lift and throw these big ones. A little bit on the heavy side, so we'll just dismantle them here. But while I'm plugged in, I'm gonna run out of power dismantling. And now it's crap to dismantle. Now you may notice also I've got these wind turbines turned off. So they always need maintenance, but only when they're running. If you have them turned off, they don't wear out. So we seem to be keeping pretty good power. Our boat needs a bit of maintenance though. It's from all my flaming on it earlier. But we have a look at our battery. You know, we're at full batteries, so we'll just keep them there for emergency. Don't have them on while I don't need them, then I don't have to keep on repairing them. But if we ever do need just a little bit extra juice, then we can switch them on. Alright, so we should get another level out of this, or this dismantling. So I'm just going to keep on dismantling this stuff and I'll see you again in another minute when I'm done. Okay, so I scrapped everything that I chucked on the boat, except one that fell down here. Get rid of that. Chuck all that in the recycler. Some bio waste somehow. Maybe from a bin. I think sometimes some of the rubbish bins give you that sort of stuff. Alright, let's grab this. And there's our level 9. So let's see. I guess we'll get that. Yeah, I don't know what this actually does. Whether it gives you more damage or not, but we'll get that. We still want 2 more levels there for the proper storage. We'll put the point into everything here. And then we're going to go an extra point into these 5. Just of that stuff. Okay. Pop that in there. Silicon. It's because we don't have a lot of it. And it's hard to find in this pile. The rest of the stuff's pretty easy to find in this pile. Okay. Check behind here. Sometimes when you've got this pretty loaded up, you'll have some stuff fall behind there. Alright. I'm gonna keep some ammo queued up. Because if we end up doing a shark or two with a pistol, it's gonna use quite a bit. Alright. So I think we're done here. Let me see. Do we see a shark? Got a shark out there. Looks like a couple of sharks out there. So let's see if we can cruise on out there. I am gonna kill the diesel though. Get ourselves a shark. Let's get up next to this loot barrel thingy. And we'll drop our anchor. As soon as you drop the anchor, it does cut your engines. Let's go a quick charge. Let's grab our pistol. Some ammo. Swap that over. And actually, we should probably build these. Shot. Let's pop up here. There he is over there. Oh, two. Okay. Alright, let's pop this on. We don't craft anything while we've got our weapon out. Going to take a few shots to take him down. I don't know if he actually has any weak spots. Would be good if you could see some sort of indication of how much damage you've done to him. I mean, like, you get the little experience thing down the bottom, but that doesn't really, like, tell you how much life he has left or any of that. There he goes. Alright. Got a bunch of leeches down there too. Alright. Let's pop that on there. Hook ourselves up. Don't really want to jump in the water there while we've got all these guys down here. Now, what's going on with that cable? And here comes the lag. That's better. Alright. Let's see if we can get these guys. Man, there's a lot of them. That's all good. This is all fuel. Is that all of them? The sun's coming up, so that'll take care of the rest of them. Still hearing enemy noise. Alright, I think that's it. Where's that other shark? Don't really want to be in the water with that other shark around. Where is he? It's not too far away. Be under the water. I would rather take him out before we jump in. Alright, let's grab that. Let's add our laser sight to that. Oops. There he is. right next to your friend. And this gets much easier when we get some better weapons. But we get a ton of copper. And there's not really a lot of other uses for the copper, so we may as well use it. He's starting to smoke a bit. There he goes. Alright. Let's equip that one again. Let's may as well grab this while we're here. Okay, let's scrap this guy. And now a whole bunch of other stuff will fly everywhere once you scrap him. Make sure you pick that up as well. Up onto this guy. It's a lot easier to dismantle him if you can jump up on top of him. Let's see if we can jump down on him from up here. So let's just get a charge. That's a fair bunch of stuff. There we go. Dismantle this guy. And we are encumbered. Come back with that stuff, I guess. Alright, that in there. Shovel that in there. Shove that in there. Let's get rid of this stuff. grab a charge. Okay. Hold down E. And if we just keep it down as we're moving around, then we're going to pick up, suck up all of the stuff that I'm in range of. So when you scrap him, you will get a bunch of that good stuff straight in your inventory, but you'll also drop a bunch of it. So you want to make sure you grab it all. We've got another one of these. I'm not going to worry about dismantling tyres and shit that are floating out here. We will grab this though. Always a bunch of good stuff in there. And these sharks will do a bit of damage to your boat. They're patched up. Shovel that crap in there. Let's grab all this out. Good stuff. The aluminum and the silicon can go in there. Okay. So, I think we're pretty good. It's 2 sharks down, got a bunch of loot. So, I think now we can head off to our destination over here, which is behind us. But, oh, we got another shark out there. We might grab him as well. But, anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.